Hi, guys. So, the time has come where I am going to give you my top 10 favorite horror films of 2024. Now, quick disclaimer, I have not seen all of my wanting to see films for this year, so there are definitely some films that I haven't seen that probably would have made the list if I had seen them, but I didn't. So I want to get that out of the way. And there's probably a lot of films I haven't heard of this year that were really good. So if there's any hidden gems that I haven't heard of, you can follow me on Letterboxd to see what films this year that I'm still been wanting to see. Um, but if there's any films that I haven't mentioned on there that you think I would like, then let me know in the comments. But anyway, before I start off with the top 10, I want to give some quick honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list but were still really good, which would include Out of Darkness, Stop Motion, Late Night with the Devil, Arcadian, Abigail, A Quiet Place Day 1, The Substance, and Smile 2. Yes, there were a lot of great movies this year, but only 10 can make the list. So there's my honorable mentions. So now, as for the best, at number 10, we have Immaculate. Now, this is a movie that I know a lot of people were kind of mixed about, but I really liked it. I thought Sydney Sweeney killed it in her role. The movie, I feel like, did a really good job at leading up to the climax and had a really disturbing ending to it that I that kind of did stick with me, and I really just enjoyed this movie, and I definitely would recommend watching it. So Immaculate, check it out. At number 9, we have Terrifier 3. Now, I know a lot of people will probably either want this higher on the list or would not expect this to be on the list at all. This is definitely going to be this is definitely going to be a split one. But this film I had a ton of fun with. It was so brutal, violent, gory, fucked up, and just had it was funny. I had a ton of fun with it, and for a film that's 2 hours long, didn't really feel that way, and I had a lot of fun with it, and is definitely going to be added to my Christmas movie rotation. So, Terrifier 3. You've probably definitely seen it, but if you haven't, check it out. At number 8, we have Oddity. Now, this is a kind of sequel to Caveat, a little bit, not really, but kind of a sequel to Caveat. But this film I found to be pretty fucking terrifying. And really well done. The mannequin in this movie was creepy as all hell and really got to me. And the film itself was really well made with a really cool story and really cool lore. And I overall had a great time watching this film. So, Oddity, if you haven't seen it, check it out. At number 7, we have Heretic. Heretic was one of my most anticipated of the year. And it was actually, I've been looking forward to it ever since they announced it last year. And I went into it and I came out loving it. Hugh Grant was interesting. He was creepy. The film is kind of crazy that I was so hooked and interested in a film that was, for the first 40 minutes, just dialogue. I was so hooked into what was going on. I was super interested. And when they get down into the basement, some creepy shit happens. Even some unique demonic possession. No spoilers, but there's some unique demonic possession that happens. And I loved it. So definitely check it out. At number 6, we have Cuckoo. Speaking of unique demonic possession, no one movie can be as unique with demonic possession as Cuckoo is. This movie is bizarre, it's weird, it's creepy, it's twisted, it's fun, and I really loved this. I love this movie. It was also one of my most anticipated of the year, and I saw it, and it definitely met those expectations, and maybe even exceeded a little bit. I thought it was creepy, it was twisted, everything I said, and I loved it. Definitely check it out. It's really great. At number 5, we have Azrael. So, with every year, there is at least one movie that is never on your radar and you've never heard much about, and then it comes out and you come out just absolutely loving it. Yeah, not one film can encompass that more than Azrael did. This movie has no dialogue and it's intense, it's violent, it's brutal, it's demonic, and I just was completely interested throughout the entire film, and I just loved it from start to finish. And definitely, I would say is the most underrated film of the year because some reviews are actually not too fond of this film, which I was shocked to find out about after I saw it. So, but if you haven't seen this film, you definitely need to check it out. Azrael, it's great. At number 4, we have Alien Romulus, another one of my most anticipated of the year, and I would say this one actually exceeded the expectations. This one was intense, it's gory, it's fun, and it did what I wanted it to do, and that is make aliens scary again. Because they made the xenomorphs actually pretty intense in this movie, and they even made the facehugger super intense. And they do something at the end with a new creature that I loved. I just loved that. But yeah, Alien Romulus at number 4. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. At number 3, we have The First Omen. Now, this is a movie that I honestly was kind of skeptical about when they first announced it. I was like, I'm not so sure about that, but maybe it'll be interesting, but I'm not too sure. But I came out absolutely loving it. I thought this film was super intriguing. It was scary. It's demonic. It got intense near the end, and just visually was awesome. And I really love this movie, and I definitely recommend it. Alongside with Azrael, definitely one of the bigger surprises of the year for sure. Especially since I didn't really expect much from this film. So The First Omen, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And at number 2, we have the most recent film that came out on this list, and that is Nosferatu. I saw this film really just like not even a week ago as of filming this, and it was also one of my most anticipated, and I absolutely loved it. This movie met and exceeded my expectations. It's demonic, it's scary, it's gory, it's sexy, it's dark, and it's everything I wanted it to be because I'm not the biggest vampire movie fan, but this movie made a vampire scary and even added a lot of demonic shit in there, and I loved it. And I just loved everything in this movie, and I loved it, and I think it's well deserving of the number 2 spot on the list. So, as for my number 1 favorite horror film of 2024, if you've been watching my channel since this film came out, you already know what it is. It's, of course, Longlegs. This was my most anticipated of 2024, and it highly exceeded those expectations and made it as my number 1 favorite film of 2024. This movie gave me everything I wanted it to be and more. It's demonic, it's scary, it's unnerving, it's unsettling, it's tension-filled, anxiety-inducing, it's interesting, everything. It's everything I wanted it to be and more, and Longlegs himself is terrifying. And I just absolutely loved this film from start to finish. When I saw it, and after I saw it, I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was like, this is definitely going to be my favorite film of the year. If any film is able to make it past this, I'll be shocked. And while all the other films I mentioned are really great, like especially the top 5 I absolutely love, or the top 7 even. Those are like the films I absolutely love, and the other ones I really, really enjoy, and they made it on here. But this one I loved so much, and it remains my number 1 favorite horror film of 2024. So that is my top 10 favorite horror movies of 2024. As I said, I have not seen every horror film this year, and there's some that I wanted to see that I didn't get the chance to. So, let me know what your top 10 favorite movies of 2024 are, top 10 favorite horror movies of 2024 are. And as always, subscribe to me to see more horror and thriller reviews.